Hello everybody and welcome in to Emily's Upcycled Home, where I take thrifted items and upcycle them into beautiful home decor pieces. I'm excited that you joined me today for today's video, and I'm ready to get started. So let's go ahead and jump on in to project number 1. Now, if you saw me live, you saw me go through my mystery box of goodies, and this was one of the pieces, a little floral plaque. So I'm going to come in with some textured additive by Dixie Belle, which is sea spray, and French linen chalk mineral paint by Dixie Belle. And I'm just going to take my little scooper, add my sea sprayed additive and a little bit of my chalk paint or mineral paint here, and mix that up thoroughly until I get a thick paste, kind of like plaster consistency, to coat up my piece here. Now we're going to create lots of layering here with different shades of waxes and a little bit of cinnamon you'll see later on. So I'm just going to stipple this on, and it's very thick, you guys. And I do have a little bit of little chips here that I'm just trying to fix. Then I come in with a smaller brush and go ahead and dip that brush into a little bit of water and just blend in the rest of that paint to cover in all the pieces. Now I had to make sure I got into the depths of the piece here, because this is a raised piece, and not miss any of the plaster that's on here, because I want a full coverage look here. So I'm just going in and adding in all the extra layers that I need to finish up this piece. And here is where we got so far. Now I'm not sure if I like this texture around here. I might come in and do that. It looks a little messy to me, but I'm just going to leave it for now, and we'll see how it looks at the end. And if I need to come in and do something with it, or I decide to leave it, you guys will know. But I'm just fixing that little chip here in the corner, and I'm just going to try it with this very thick plaster kind of look here, or paint here, and see how that works. And if that doesn't work, we'll come in and come back in with some air dry clay. Now I'm not worried about cracks and crackle or anything like that. I think that would add some extra depth to our piece. But now we're going to go ahead and come in with Dixie Belle grunge gray wax, and I want to darken the insides of the piece and deepen the look, and add a little shadow and interest to the piece. So we're just going to come in with the with this grunge gray by Dixie Belle, and I'm just going to add that into all the shadow area of my piece here. And my paint is still wet, so I'm kind of mixing in the waxes and the paints together. Hopefully that works out for me. So we're going to come back in with DIY dark wax, and I'm going to add another layer to this piece and go around the edges. Still, I'm using my little brush here just to get into all the little crevices of the piece, and I'm just layering up that dark wax however I see fit, adding another dimension, another shadow, and another look to this piece. And you're going to see the piece change lightly and gradually as we keep adding different waxes and working through the piece. So I'm just going to go ahead and do the edges in the same wax as well, and then we'll come in also and do some little bit of wiping later on. So here is where we are with the dark wax, and then I decide to come in with some DIY white wax, and I'm just going to layer that up, come back in with my brushes, and I'm not sure what this piece wants to look like, so I'm just kind of doing small batches at a time until I kind of figure out what look I want it to look like. So I come back in with more of that chalk mineral paint and the French linen, and just kind of add a little bit more highlight. And then I come in with a little bit of cinnamon, and I do want some Dixie Belle dirt, so I thought maybe this would work out a little bit similar, but we're just going to try it, experimenting. And I think I like this look here, you guys. I like the variation. It's not big variation, but it does add a little something to the piece. Going in with the edge here, and do the same thing with that dark with the cinnamon. Then I come in with a little piece of rice paper that I already stamped so that I can get the size of my piece. And then I paint it to match the piece. Come back in with that same stamp. It's just a little writing that I thought I needed detail on the bottom. If you like this content so far, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Moving on to project number 2. So I had this candle holder in my stash. It's a metal candle holder and looks like it was already painted a similar color. But just to freshen up that color, I'm just going to come in with our chalk mineral paint in French linen and give this a couple of coats of paint. Give it a solid look here. So after I base thoroughly dried, I come in with these little coasters here that I get off of Amazon and I bulk stack there. I come in also with some E6000 and I am just going to attach that wood round to the top of our stand here. I flip it over to add that weight under it and then I come back in with a little bit more glue and run it around the edge and let dry for 24 hours. The next day I come in and we are going to continue on with this piece, adding in some DIY dark wax and staining that wood round here. Just coming in with a little blending tool that I found on Amazon. You can also get it at Hobby Lobby. And I also remember to get the underside of the wood. Now I want to layer up some waxes here and a little bit of paint. So I am just going to come in and do my thing where I add in layers of waxes and wipe off all the excess. And I'm just going to continue that process until the piece says this is how I want to look. Now, sometimes I just work on pieces until I like the look of the piece. I don't really know a direction, just a little bit of a start here and there. But, you know, as you go, you kind of figure out what the piece wants to be. And I also come in with some clear wax. I thought that little dark wax was a little blotchy for me, so I go ahead and layer in some clear wax. And then I want some white wax, and I couldn't find it. So I come in with a little bit of white paint and a little bit of my wax and go ahead and tint that up with that paint. And then I go ahead and blend that into my piece, layering up the white as much as I want, and once again with my lint-free rag coming in and wiping off all the excess. Come a little bit harsher on the raised areas where the floral's at, edge up the corners a little bit brighter, and I just continue that process, you guys, layering up that white wax that we just created onto this piece, using my fingers, using my brush, using my hands, and blending up. And I think this piece is complete. For more DIY projects and content, follow me over on my Facebook business page. Moving into Emily's Upcycled Home. I have this little metal tin, like a little coffee pot thing, and it's missing its lid, so we're going to go ahead and transform that into like a cute little flower holder slash vase. Once again, coming in with that Dixie Belle French linen color and thoroughly coating up our piece. I will do a second coat off camera just to save you guys on the painting time. But remember, I am trying to use up this paint here in my stash so that it does not go to waste. To get underneath the handle, I come in with a smaller brush for those tighter spots. I'll do that second coat off camera and let this part dry. So now that our piece is dry, we are coming in with the new IOD transfer here in the Rose Botanica set here. You can get this with my affiliate link down in the description, but it's this whole pack of these beautiful floral designs that you can use in your crafts. I'm excited to use this set, and I'm just going to come in with something simple like that flower there, but I need a smaller size, so I chose this one right here in this corner. I'm just going to cut it out, place it on my piece, rub on my transfer, and then pull back the backing. Then I'm going to burnish that piece in, just rubbing in that transfer for a firm hold. And there is our beautiful design. I did come in with a little bit of wording on the base, and then we are coming in with our Dixie Belle flat top coat here, and I'm going to thoroughly coat the whole thing here. I'm going to do the whole container. And if you're interested in any Dixie Belle products, any IOD products, or any Fusion products I use, please use the affiliate link down in the description. Moving on for our last project, project number 4, I found this little piece here. Now, I'm coming in with napkins because I know everybody can't afford or doesn't want to pay the price of the IOD pieces, even though I hope you guys do at least try them out. I'm coming in with a second place here, and I'm just going to use this napkin. It has a similar design as our transfer here, so I'm just giving you another budget-friendly piece here where you can come in with your napkin. Once again, I'm coming in with that same flat top coat by Dixie Belle, and I am just going to place my napkin on this piece, just adding it to the bottom of the base first, using this my ring finger because it adds less pressure, and I'm very rough with my piece. And I will just continue adding my top coat there for my decoupage medium today, and then just place that napkin all around our bottle. Just gonna do it in small sections here, and then when I get to the end, I try to just rip it. You need to wait until your piece is thoroughly dry, but it's me, you guys, so I'm not waiting. I'm just gonna go ahead and rip that off, and then I decide to come in with scissors and go ahead and trim off all the excess. And I'm not worried about the top part where the little piece didn't cover, because we're going to come in, since this color matches perfectly, our French linen will come in and cover up all those boo-boos that I make on here. Because I am rough with my paper and I am going to rip it. And that's why I do like transfers as well, because you just rub them on and then they're done. But I'm just going to continue adding my top coat here for my decoupage medium and pull up that paper, setting it into our piece. For all the little ribs and that exposed white top, I am coming back in with our French linen by Dixie Belle. I am going to cover all those little white spots where I ripped my paper, and then this piece will look like it matches and those rips were not there. And as for the little top base or the neck of the piece, I come in with that same paint, and we are going to cover that up. Off camera, I'll go ahead and add that second layer of top coat to seal this all in. And I am not worried about any of the wrinkles because this is a textured vase and it's just going to add to that part of our vase. I'm coming with a little bit of greenery and some floral wire, and I'm just going to put these together. And I was trying to make a long stem for them, but I didn't succeed in that because I don't have what I need. So I just add a little glue to help that stick. I go in with a coffee dyed ribbon lace here, and I add a little bow to the top and finish it off with a cute little button. And here is our project, you guys. I come in with one more piece of greenery, and I go ahead and make it a little bit of a thicker bush here, and then you guys, I go ahead and glue that into place. And now we have reached the end of our video, so here are the finished projects. Don't forget to let me know in the comments which project was your favorite. Don't forget you can shop with me over on Whatnot. Hit that subscribe button on your way out, my friends. I thank you all for watching, and I will see you on the next one. You all have a great day.